Y'all ever have the most random stuff playing in your head, just living there rent free? You guys ever have some random shit playing in your head? Like those barbecue foot massage. That shit lives in my head absolutely rent free. If identity answers who you are, then purpose answers why you exist. And this is where your effort really becomes meaningful. When we think about purpose, we're really leaning into answering the question, why do I exist? Why am I here on this planet? What am I here to do? What is the impact that I want to have on this world? Who do I want to be to the people around me? And as you think about your purpose, you really want to think about it through the lens of your 6 pillars. Who am I to myself? When it comes to my fitness, what is your purpose when it comes to your fitness? Or is it to work out to be an inspiration to those around you, to be an example for your children, to be admired by your partner? What is your purpose when it comes to your fitness? And really go into each of your 6 pillars and start to answer the questions, these two fundamental questions. Why do I exist? Why does my effort matter? I strongly suggest using the 6 pillar lens because it gives you a bit of a baseline framework of where you can go. Not where you must go, but where you can go and where you can start to explore. I encourage you to look at this for every aspect of your life. All over the place. So many more aspects in life. I encourage you. Let's start with your 6 pillars and answer that. Until you answer those questions, until you've properly explored those questions, success will always feel temporary because your identity your purpose is somehow wrapped up in doing the one thing. But when you actually do the deep work and you find the answers to those questions, you realize that your purpose is so much bigger. Your purpose goes so much farther beyond what you thought it would be or what you expected it would be. That's where the game really changes. That's where the game really, really changes. When your purpose is rooted only in personal achievements, it eventually collapses under pressure. But it's when it's rooted in contribution, it expands. So for me, my purpose is to be a living example of what's possible in life. I was talking to one of my friends about even writing my book and how I'm so excited to be able to publish it. And he's telling me, oh, I want to write a book too, but I'm not ready. I don't think I need to do more to write a book. And I'm like, hey man, you're standing on a mountain of value right now. You just don't see it. I can see it. I can see you on your mountain. You have so much value. You don't need to wait. Going through the process of writing the book, going through the process of getting it published, that was the purpose. That's what drove me. So now it can inspire someone else and show them what is possible in life. My purpose is to show all of my siblings, no matter what they're going through, no matter what life throws at them, to show them what is possible, what you could do, regardless of what happened in the past, regardless of who you were in the past. And to live intentionally like that on an ongoing basis. That's my purpose. The more that you're able to find your purpose, it really starts to lean into your big why. It starts to uncover pieces of your big why. And your why is your wind. When you're frustrated, when life feels like it's not going anywhere, you're getting flipped all over the place by a storm, if you have your why, if you have that wind, you can adjust your sails and change your course. This is really what your purpose is rooted in. How are you showing up? Why are you showing up? What is your beacon, that internal beacon of who you are? It's already within you. And maybe it just needs a little bit of refining. It's already inside of you. And that is a beautiful thing. Now, it's just about bringing it out of you. So when work is feeling heavy, when discipline is feeling forced, When your success is feeling hollowed out, your purpose is going to get you through those difficult times. Living with purpose, there's a couple key things that you're going to do to show that you're living with purpose. Now, it shows up quietly. It's not always going to be overt, but there's a couple things that you're going to do. The first thing when you're living on purpose or living in your purpose is it's going to show up with how you're treating people. How do you talk to them? How do you check in and connect with them? How do you set boundaries? How do you open up? When you have your purpose more and more aligned, how you treat other people will reflect that. And then that will help other people understand, oh, this is what his purpose is, this is what her purpose is. Your purpose shows up in how you care for your body. Do you just eat whatever random junk food, or are you eating in a mindful way? Are you aware of what you put in your body because you know that that's the building block of your body? Because if your purpose is to be a beacon and to show people what's possible in life, you can't have your body all messed up. You can't do that. If we're living on purpose, you need to make sure that you're physically well. You got it. You just got it. Your purpose also shows up in how you behave, how you react, how you are when nobody's looking. When you're alone and no one is there to cheer for you or to criticize you or to whatever, there's no external feedbacks, there's zero external feedback, that is when your purpose shows up. That is when people really get to see, that is when you really get to be tested to see, hey, is this person really about what they're about, you know? Now, when you live on purpose and when you live in your purpose, you'll start to see that your legacy is really shifting. Your legacy changes. You'll start to see, long after you're gone, long after you've checked off everything off your list and all the boxes and everything, lives that you've touched, the moments you created, the examples that you set. When we live on purpose, we start to live a story that's worth remembering, a story that's worth sharing and loving and knowing. And that is where change really happens. Like, if you're on a mission to become the best version of you, the best you that you could possibly be, living on purpose is such a huge thing that definitely has to happen. You just gotta. Oh my God, man. You just gotta live on purpose. Now, it's not always gonna be easy. And heck, it is going to be hard. But that's the beauty of it. When you live on purpose and you live intentionally, no matter how hard things get, hey man, you're blessed. And it'll be seen in the wakes that you leave. All these water and boat metaphors and stuff. Purpose comes after identity. Your purpose comes after identity. Your identity is first because you need to know who you are. And your purpose follows because you need to know why that person exists. Why do you exist? When identity and purpose are both aligned, that's when you stop drifting, guys. That's when you really stop drifting. That's when we start living. Okay? You start living deliberately. There's no more empty wins in this life. And that kind of leads us into the next step. But we'll save that for another time. So, with that being said, I would love to know from you guys, what is your purpose? And in what ways have you been living on purpose? And with that being said, I will see you tomorrow. Peace.
Jones Barbecue Foot Massage.